Hey guys, welcome back to another Bitcoin video today. We've got a short one, but we've got an important one. It's that time of the year again. It's almost Merry Christmas, and we need to talk about the infamous, or the famous, depending on your mindset, Santa Claus rally. This is something that's discussed in the financial markets every December. It's a theory that around Christmas time into the new year, financial markets generally see a rally. And we'll have to, discuss whether that's going to affect Bitcoin, and if it is going to affect Bitcoin, which is a question, by the way, it's not certain to happen. What percentage gain or even what percentage decrease is that going to lead to? Let's get into it, guys. But before we do that, check out the VIP sale. We've got a 30% discount on all VIP memberships until the 1st of January. Check out the Crypto Academy where you can learn how to trade. And of course, check out the community discussion Telegram group, which you can join for free. All right, guys. Okay guys, so let's get into it. There's only one way to do this, and that's to literally go through the data every single occurrence around Christmas and measure it out and see what the average gain is or average decrease is. Now, I'm not going to give you my opinion because it's data, it's factual, it speaks for itself, but ultimately, I said I'm not going to give you my opinion, I'm going to give you it anyway. I don't think you should be relying on a made up Santa Claus rally. They just put a label on it and think it's going to go up. I think that's a weird thing to rely on. I don't think that's really TA at all. That's kind of just completely gambling at that point. But, if it's a trend, as I said, if it's a trend, it's a trend. I can't change what the data is, so let's get into the data. Now, there is debate as to whether the Santa Claus rally is the week leading up to the Christmas or the week after Christmas until the new year. Now, obviously, we're at the 23rd already, so the whole week leading up to the Christmas thing is basically obsolete at this point because we've already had basically the most of the week play out. So we're going to be measuring the week after Christmas, which is what I would say it is anyway. So let's get into it. And yes, I'm using weekly candles rather than daily candles, and the reason being is because it's easier to measure. Now, I understand that if I wanted to do this completely correctly, I would use daily candles because I can measure from the exact day to the exact day. However, I think that if it's so important that we get the exact days in, it's probably not a real thing anyway, you know what I mean? It's probably just a coincidence at that point. So, I don't think you need to be super concise with this kind of thing. If there's a trend there, you will see it, whether it's with a daily candle or a weekly candle. So let's get into it here. Let's start out with 2011. Okay, we saw a 17% gain in 2011. We saw a 2% gain in 2012. We saw a 26% gain in 2013. We saw a 1% loss in 2014. We saw an 8% loss in 2015. A 13% gain in 2016. A 14% loss in 2017. A 9% loss in 2018. A 6% loss in 2019. A 32% gain in 2020, a 10% loss in 2021, and of course we're in 2022 right now, so we can't really measure that yet. So let's scroll back and see here. Now I want to make it very clear. I measured these percentages from the candle open to the wick at the highest point or the lowest point. So from where the week opened to where the highest point or the lowest point of that week was. I also want to make it very clear once more. I used weekly candles, so it's roughly inaccurate based on, where the dates actually are. It's not actually starting from the 25th on a lot of occasions, but the point is this. If it was an actual thing, if the Santa Claus rally was an actual thing, which we'll look into in a second here, it wouldn't matter exactly where I started it. It would be an actual thing and it'd lead to a pump regardless, right? That's very important to note. So what do we have? We have 4 losses. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gains, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losses. So actually, in reality here, it's starting to look like the Santa Claus rally isn't really a real thing, just straight off the bat. Because first of all, we have more negative years than we had positive years, which isn't really indicative of a positive trend, right? Now, it is worth noting though, and we'll look into this in a second, the actual averages, I'll calculate it all up. It is worth noting that even though we've had more negative years than positive years, when we have seen positive years, the gains have actually been higher than when we've seen the negative years. So overall, the average number is, as seen on this average calculator, the average gain on a so-called Santa Claus rally is 3.81%. All right, guys, so I'm pretty sure that just immediately debunks this theory. This whole Santa Claus rally thing you might be hearing about on YouTube, on Twitter, completely fake. It might be real in traditional markets, but on Bitcoin, it certainly hasn't been real. We've had more losses than we've had gains around Christmas time throughout the entire history of Bitcoin by 1. And when we do see Christmas time come along, on average, you see a 3.81% gain. And guess what? That is Probably because Bitcoin's just trending upwards over a long period of time. So obviously it's going to skew to the upside slightly because Bitcoin's overall in an upwards trend on a macro scale. So Santa Claus rally, completely fake, a complete hoax, and that was the topic of this video. I hate to burst people's bubbles, but generally speaking, the whole Thanksgiving rally, the whole Santa Claus rally, the whole New Year's rally, whatever it may be, Easter Bunny rally, it doesn't work like that. That's not how financial markets work. Okay, you don't really see rallies based on these events. They're not big enough to trigger anything major. I don't really see why Bitcoin would even go up at the end of the year. Everyone's on holiday. No one's trading Bitcoin. And also, as well as that, people have just spent all their money on Christmas gifts. So it doesn't even make sense to begin with, even theoretically. So yes, Santa Claus rally on Bitcoin's fake. Might be different for traditional markets, but on Bitcoin, don't expect any Christmas miracles to save the chart and send us up to 30K or something ridiculous like that. It's simply not going to happen. And based on the historical data, we've got no reason to believe it will happen. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I know it was a bit of a niche topic, but I wanted to talk about it because it is around Christmas. And by the way, I want to wish you guys all a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever it may be, whatever culture you abide by. And maybe you don't celebrate Christmas, in which case just have a good weekend, whatever it may be. So yeah, happy holidays, guys. Whatever you guys are doing, wish you luck, all the best. And I'll be back tomorrow for another video anyway. I'm not going anywhere, so I'll see you guys then. Cheers, guys. I want to briefly interrupt this video to talk about the BitGet Exchange. The BitGet Exchange has 5 times lower fees than Binance, which is the biggest major exchange in the cryptocurrency market on futures. It also has 0 fees on every single spot pair, so you can trade spot for entirely free, no fees included. It runs events. Right now it's got a FIFA World Cup event sponsored by Messi, the football player. It's got copy trading, strategy trading. It's got exclusive rewards and discounts in the reward center. It's got everything you need for a trader using an exchange. This is the exchange I personally use as a trader for my everyday trading, and I highly recommend everyone does so at the Wolves of Crypto YouTube channel. Sign up using my referral link for exclusive rewards and discounts. That really helps out the channel, and I appreciate it. For my fans from the United States of America, you can sign up using this exchange with a VPN and use the exchange with a VPN and just sign up using my referral link like normal, and you'll be treated like a normal customer because this is also a non-KYC exchange. So make sure to sign up using my referral link in the pinned comment or the description below, and without further ado, let's get back into the video.